minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Trap Talk Reptile Network, the coolest reptile network in the world. New breeder on the block. We are back. Is this mic on? You guys hear me okay? Holy shit. I feel like it's been a while. What is good, everyone? I'm your boy MJ. But yes, I'm back from my little pod vacation. I miss you guys, man. Holy shit. I feel like definitely something's been missing out of my life. But I'm so glad to be here tonight. If this is your first time tapping in, if you're into the reptile game, ball python game, whatever, man, this is the podcast to be subscribed to. So hit that like button first and foremost, especially if you're into clown hypo and amazing next level ball python projects. Definitely hit that like button right now. And if you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, select all, you'll be reminded of every piece of content being dropped out of the Trap Talk Reptile Network. Mind you, you can listen to all episodes on audio platforms such as Buzzsprout, Spotify, Google Play, all the major ones, man. So wherever you listen to Trap Talk Reptile Network, thank you so much. Again, like I said, I won't stop saying that I'm going to miss you guys, or that I missed you guys, because it's really been a huge piece of what I do, and I miss it. So I'm here, ready to rock and roll. Shout out to everyone in the live chats tonight. I'm super excited. New breed on the block, man. Like I said, Monday nights are great, and I just want to say to hi everyone who's here. Well, first and foremost, man, shout out to US ARC. Let's. My mind's already going everywhere because I'm so excited. But listen, US ARC, support US ARC. Second link in the description below. If you click on US ARC, this will keep you informed on what could potentially hit in your backyard. You never know, man. Legislations are no joke. A lot of people around this country going through it already. So please take note of everything. Join US ARC today. Help these numbers get up. Let's increase them. Shout out to US ARC Florida as well. Any US ARC association. Thank you so much out there if you are a US ARC supporter. All right. I got to say the Reptile Super Show was a hit. Thank you, Rami. Very proud to say that the Reptile Super Show sponsors Trap Talk for, I think, 4 years running now. And the LA Pet Fair was a hit, in my opinion. I had a great time. Saturday was a blast. Okay, from what I heard, the other buildings were great. I was so busy, I didn't even get a chance to check out the other buildings. But I will say, I heard nothing but great things. And I know, the Anaheim show is just around the corner. So this is the Reptile Super Show season right now. It's in full effect. So Rami, shout out to everyone out there who went to the Reptile Super Show. Shout out to everyone who went by my booth too, man. I got to say, I had the most people come by this show than I had any other show. And I think just keeps increasing. So I got to say, thank you so much. It's awesome. That's, I did get a couple sales under my belt, but other than that, I think, like I said, the biggest takeaway from me at shows is meeting everybody. It really is. It's so awesome, and the spouses too, Thank you so much. All of them support. I do got to say, if you're looking for exclusive content, okay, if you want to be invited to things like Trapfest, we're going to talk to Amelia about Trapfest here in a minute, but dude, please come join the Trap Talk Patreon family, man. If you want to support what I have going on, if you want to get more behind the scenes, just tap in with some amazing keepers, then first link in the description below. Click on it, join the Trap Talk Patreon family. As soon as you join the Patreon family, you get a link to a Discord, taps in with over 200 amazing keepers. There's an awesome Instagram group chat. And if you join at any tier, I will add you into the Instagram group chat. Normally it has to be a certain tier, but if you join this week, I will automatically tap you in. Okay. So like I said, come meet all the trappers, amazing people, and Patreon members. You guys are my heart. I love you guys. I do got to say, finally dropped a new Trap Talk t-shirt, a little behind this year, but brought back the pocket tees. All right. I am back with new merch. And I got to say, a little different, not only with the pocket tee, but it's now a network, baby. It's not only the podcast, coolest reptile network in the world. All right. So if you also join the Patreon this week, all right, I'm going to throw you guys a shirt as well. So listen, I got to say, super excited to be here again. I want to say, moving forward with my next sponsor, Mark Bailey Reptiles, go to MORPH Market. Please check out Mark Bailey Reptiles on MORPH Market. Be ready for amazing top quality ball python productions. All right. Huge supporter of the trap, this guy right here, and very good friend of mine. I want to say I definitely look up to him on so many different levels. But thank you so much, Mark Bailey Reptiles. Okay. The OG, the GOAT in the ball python game, in my opinion. And I appreciate all of them support. I also want to say tonight's episode is brought to you by Focus Cube Habitats, #1 PVC enclosures in the game. What you see behind me all PVC built enclosures, 3x2x2s, by the best doing it. Steven and Ashley out of Focus Cube Habitats out of Texas. Thank you so much. Go to focuscubehabitats.com. All right, you can find all my sponsors' websites and links in the description below. But go check out their 30+ designs on their website and get your reptile in a Focus Cube Habitat. I'm telling you right now, they're next level. Nobody's doing it like them, and that's a fact. Last but not least, shout out to the Chipper, okay? Best cocoa substrate in the game. Use promo code TRAPFAM24. You get 24% off the entire order. Again, Chipper, COCODO.com. Check it out. I love my Cocoa to go. And I'm about to, actually this week it's going down. Whatever is on paper is now being transferred over to Cocoa, and I'm going to be paperless. Wow, what a time, man. What a time. And speaking of time, my guy, Big E, Top G, Villarino, rocking my shirt. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
What's up?
Yeah, thank you for you and your wife. You and your wife are too fucking awesome. You guys pulled up the Trapfest. I know you got a lot going on. Sick ass boat, by the way. We have a lot to talk about tonight, but dude, thank you so much. How do you feel? You're back home after coming to the West Coast. And what were your thoughts about Trapfest? Why don't we talk about that real quick?
Trapfest was amazing, man. You and you both are a power couple, man. You and Lily threw an amazing party. Great food, great networking. Hard hitters came in, got to spend time and get to know, some good people. It was a blast, man. San Diego's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
San Diego.
I thought one of the many iconic moments of the night was just seeing you talk to Greg Maxwell about ball pythons and like getting to know him better. When it's like, who would have known a guy who wrote the Green Tree Python book sitting down talking to you, getting advice about ball pythons?
Yeah, that was pretty damn cool. I'll tell you that. Maxwell and his son are doing ball pythons now. We'll have them on eventually in the future. That's going to be fun.
It's going to be epic for sure, man. Yeah. So how are you? I got to say, man, please go follow first and foremost my guy, Villarino Reptile. Subscribe to the V-Unit family. Shout out to the V-Unit family members out there, everyone who's in the chats. But dude, it's so inspiring, man. Like I got to say, I know you're not flexing. I know that's not your style in a sense. Maybe it is, but to have a boat like that with your fucking logo wrapped around it on the water and seeing you and your wife just fucking open waters, just hitting that is inspiring to me, bro. I know I said, I don't know about a boat, but after seeing that, bro, I think I need a boat.
I mean, it's my passion, bro. This is my second boat. I had one for 7 years.
Yeah.
COVID came, kind of got rid of it. Now it's back and it's major advertising on the water, bro. Trying to get people in the reptile game, that are not in there, So
I mean, it's definitely going to draw attention and ask people are going to ask questions. What is that? You know what I mean? Looks great. I just got to say props.
Thank you.
And listen, there's some hitters in the chats. I want to say hi to people who are here tonight, because it's been a while. I know we've been out of the game for a little over a week, but we're back. Shout out to Krista, which hang after tonight's episode so I can kind of break some news. All right. We found our 7th episode going to be dropping each week here on Trap Talk on Sundays, but that's all I'm going to give you for now. You have to hang out for the end of the episode and I'll give you more details. But shout out to Krista, Neurify Exotics, V-Unit family, Trap Talk Patreon member, our guy Brian Heath and Hatchery, Trap Talk Patreon member, V-Unit family all day every day. Willie B Exotics in the building. What's up, Willie B? Thanks for being here, player. Travis Gordon, TNS Reptiles, Trap Talk Patreon member all day every day. Northwest Herpetological, the homie Zach, bro, drove all the way down from Oregon to come to Trapfest. This fool is too sick, dog. Thanks so much for pulling up, Zach. Really means a lot. Go give my man a follow. Works with some hots and some other cool species of reptiles. Colorfully Vulgar in the building. What's up, Dan? B-Unit family. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Jen in the building. Cigar City Exotics. What's up, homegirl? Thanks for tapping in. James B in the building. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. The homie Royal Serpents. Jamil in the building. B-Unit fam all day, every day. Big Mike 1776 Exotics. The OG Trap Talk Patreon member out of South Florida. That's my guy right there. Cody, Morph Kings in the building. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Scalpins and Feathers, the homie Josh. What is good? Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. Morph Valley Reptiles, Man Freddy, B-Unit family. Trap Talk Patreon member all day, every day. The homie, let's go to homie Kenneth Jordan in the building. City Limit Exotics looking hella fresh with that logo. What do you think of that logo right there?
Looks good, man.
I fucks with that, man.
Oh yeah.
That looks like an Adler job to me. If I could see
a lot cleaner than what he had. I'll tell you that.
Fuck yeah, it looks sick. Amazing. Well done, bro. well done and well choice of who you had done it for you. That's player moves right there. Trap Talk Patreon Review Unit family all day, every day. And we're going to end things in style because remember this name. Just got to say, remember this name. Ozark Mountain Morphs, the homie Justin, Trap Talk Patreon member. Listen, it's about that time, man. Hey, listen, I don't know what you could say about the homie Matt, but before you have anything to say, holy shit. That's all I got to say, man. I know what I like in the ball python game. And I know there was a certain, I want to say a Kraken combo that he hit that was like posted. And I was like, you know, and he's given me props before. So I'm going to put like that right there. Just kind of like, it was like a blindside fucking, you ever play football, Emilio? Did you ever get blindsided? Like you weren't really paying attention. You got rocked like that, dude, you know, and it kind of like, I felt like that his projects did that to me, bro. So
I'm going to tell you this. He's got a ton of badass shit, but I love his Kraken game. Yeah.
Dude, Kraken is Kraken. I gotta tell you, and he makes it look lovely. So we're gonna tap into all this amazing ball python stuff, and why is it a right time to step your shit up? I'm gonna tell you right now. After you see what this guy's working with, if you don't know who this guy is, you're gonna be very motivated and excited to be in the ball python game because what a place to be, right?
Brilliance.
Ball brilliance coming at you. Ready? I'm ready to bring Matt in. Let's do this. You ready or what?
Let's go.
It's been a while, man, but let's fucking get this shit going. It's that time. Do what you gotta do to get your mind right. Do what you got to do to stay hydrated. Episode 512. We're back, baby. New breed on the block. Matt from Ball Brilliant Exotics coming at you right now. Let's go. Choo!
Good.
You ready for do more in the future? Trap Talk podcasts?
Yes.
Man.
Only Trap Talk. Exclusive.
Yes.
Exclusive. Oh.
So stop calling us.
Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the crop, gotta love it or not. I'm hot from the hop to the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with the rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up with everybody, we do it. Everybody, we do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up, rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up, rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up, rub the spot, get the club to pop. When I come up.
And we're live, episode 512. Matt, Ball Brilliance Exotics. What is up, my man?
How's it going, guys? Appreciate you having me on.
Good to have you, bro.
Emilio, good to meet you.
What's up, man? Nice to meet you. I was expecting the hair, dog. What's up?
Yeah, I got it cut off, you know, got to maintain.
You did it right. It's hot where he's at, man. I mean, not that I got to tell you because it's hot where you're at too, Milo, but he's in NorCal. And man, what temps are a little spiked up where you're at right now, right, Matt?
A little bit, not so much here on the coast because
Okay.
I'm pretty close to the ocean, but inland it's like 115 degrees and shit.
Holy shit.
Crazy, man.
Born and raised up there?
No, I'm from the Midwest originally.
Oh, tight. When'd you move?
I moved I've been out here about 13 years now.
Okay, nice. And what do you think of as far as like being in Cali right now and everything? And like, you know, are you kind of in a place with Cali where you can just do your own thing and nothing really bothers you as far as how people be acting in this state now and stuff?
Right. I mean, where I live, I don't really associate really with any of that. It's kind of rural out here, you know.
Okay, cool.
On the Lost Coast and the Redwood Curtain.
Yep.
So it's like you know, we don't really have any affiliation with the Bay Area or SoCal, you know, we're just up here.
Yeah, you're not far from Oregon, right?
No, about an hour and a half away from Oregon.
Oh yeah, so yeah, beautiful area. It's been a long time since I've been that north, you know, of Cali. Normally just driving through, heading up to Washington, But man, it's a whole nother piece of Cali. It doesn't feel like California at all. It's
right.
Air's different. Everything's different up there, man. I got and it still reminds you of like OG Cali days in that area as well. Like it's
Definitely,
like you said, it hasn't changed too much. But either way, man, like listen, your ball python game next level stuff, man. I gotta say you really blindsided me in a good way, and I'm excited to talk about your projects. But did this happen around 13 years ago, moving into Cali, and what was the influence? Let's kind of get to that.
I really started like in 2018.
Okay, pre-COVID. All right, pre-COVID. All right.
That's when I first got my first clutches. You know,
cool.
I mean, I've had snakes my whole life. You know,
right.
You know, I got my first ball python when I was 11. You know, like
in
1989. You know, a wild caught male. You know, normal.
Damn.
And then it's like all of a sudden, you know, I started looking into YouTube and stuff and watching about these snakes that people were producing. And it was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I want to get into this. This is really, really fun.
I didn't think of this, but my first ball python, which I was 6 years old, that's 1991. That's probably was an import too, right? Because nobody was really breeding ball python.
No. They were all African imports.
Wow. So I had an import.
They were all gnarly, man, you know, and they were hard to get to feed. So it's like, I knew the animal, you know, I mean, some of them are just really hard to get to feed, you know,
right.
And just get to used to that. And it's like, this is wild, you know, and however much time, how much it's changed, you know, it's like, there's all these morphs and stuff. And it's like, it's endless. The possibility is endless. It's
crazy too. And like, mind you, I came in 2016 is when I started looking up morphs, like trying to figure out what the fuck a spider was or a killer bee, right? But like not breeding intentions. I was just crazy. I just couldn't believe what I was looking at. I didn't think I was like capable of breeding snakes at that time. I just knew that there was a whole world out there, and I just wanted to be a little bit a part of it. But then noticed like, oh my God, these things are $400, like $500. I was like, my eyes got like this big. I'm like, well, fuck, there goes that down the drain. But you know, it's so slowly like me finding, you know, cheap snakes on Craigslist that, you know, that I still have today, which is a trip, right? And then it led into like, oh my God, and now I'm into breeding and the whole breeding game, which what a world, right, guys? I mean,
it's a whirlwind.
Yeah, but you know, obviously, me and Emilio have interviewed so many people who dived in differently, right? You got some people who go fucking pretty heavy deep, you know, and they're
they just throw
down knowledge isn't as deep as their pockets sometimes, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a scary thing, but I want to know what it was for you. So I'm guessing 2016, or because if you got your first clutch in 2018, so around like what?
Yeah, it was 2017. I bought some mature females and just went for it, you know, and I bought a rack. And
what was the pairing, if you don't mind? Do you remember what that?
It was a xanthic. It was
oh, cool.
Pastel het TSK with Fire Bee TSK.
Whoa. What was that?
That was my first clutch that I produced. And beautiful. Really a good one, man.
Yeah, xanthics back then were popping or not? Like, what were they?
Yeah. I mean, you know, that was, you know, I watched YouTube or, you know, went through Morph Market and saw JD Constrictions lines. And I was just like, wow. I was blown away. I was like, I want to make a snake that looks black and white like that. It's just cryptic, but not the gene cryptic, you know. I
will say that nothing is like walking by JD's table and you're squinting your eyes like, what am I looking at? And it's all black and white. There's not one colored snake on that guy's table, and it's like it trips you out. It's like yeah.
I just didn't see anything. I never saw a ball python. It was like, that's a ball python for real.
Yeah.
You know? And some of them, you know, like the clowns, they almost look like vipers or something. You know, when I first saw them, they do not look like what I would call, you know, the old days of a ball python. You know,
so your first clutch was your first clutch? Oh, go ahead, Emilio.
Real quick, I really like what you brought up there because I like to bring that up in chat a lot. I want to make ball pythons look like what I can't have. So what you just said is on point. I want to make them look mean.
Yeah,
like some type of venomous shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Like a rhino viper, some of the stuff, like the Pompeii. It kind of reminds me of a rhino viper or something.
Yeah, man. So we think very much. We think very much alike, bro.
I wonder if someday there's going to be like something that'll bring blue into, you know, the genes.
That'd be
true. You know, I mean, or or green even, you know.
Yeah, or red,
Good,
like
you
red.
know, so, I mean, the possibilities are there.
Yeah, we want something blue and red, right?
That would be cool. It would be so cool, man. And you know, that's what's fun about this. You know, it's like it's like a science experiment. You know, like
Yeah.
adding stuff with a test tube. You know, and you don't know what you're going to get. And you know, like you were talking about the Kraken stuff. You know, the amount of combos that can come out of, you know, like putting together a 3-gene, 4-gene clown with another 4-gene, 3-gene clown. I mean, it's astronomical, the odds of combos that you can get, you know.
But you know what's crazy is like those are all beautiful things that go together. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. A lot of the other times, you know, like
for sure,
it's literally getting all the stars to align, and that's the case with the Kraken. You know what I mean?
for sure.
Wait, hold on. What's 2.0? Remind me, like, is this a second version?
That
Or
was
2.0?
I bought the male Mojave Kraken 2.0 from
Got it. Oh wow! Holy shit!
I saw it on MORPH Market, and I was like, man, I recognize that animal, you know. And I luckily I was like, I guess I just got lucky and was able to nab it. You know,
did he breed that snake, or was it still young when you bought it?
It was one of his YouTube Kraken YouTube project analysis thing, you know. So that was pretty cool. So I felt really lucky to be able to, like, you know, add a bunch of new genes to my clown game, you know, with that.
Let's pause this Kraken talk for a minute, because I want to go back to what you did with that first clutch, you know, because first and foremost, was it an easy process? Was it like straightforward? Did you kind of take some licks? Did you ruin some eggs? Like, let's kind of get that out of the way.
Yeah, I did. There was a couple of other clutches that I had, but the first one worked out. My incubator, it was a little too warm. Like, it was like I had it like 90 degrees, and I had some babies come out bad. Like, they had kinks and stuff like that. And I was just like, it really set me back, man. It bummed me out, because they were all like poor babies, you know.
And that wasn't your first clutch. These were like the next few.
That was like the next one, you know. But the first one turned out great.
Okay,
I got lucky the first time. It was like,
what do you think spiked the heat in your incubator? What do you think? Like,
I don't know. I don't know exactly. It just, you know, I didn't have it dialed in right. I think I just had it set a little too warm, and I haven't had that problem since.
Yeah, you know, I do say, guys, anyone out there, you know, it's so important, you know, because listen, either way, you're going to do things, you're going to fuck up, you're going to learn from them, but you don't want to learn an incubation failure when you could avoid it, right? Like, that's,
right.
We can all agree that if we kind of take our time and set an incubator up, you could avoid this, right? Like, if you just fucking.
For sure. It was my fault, you know.
Yeah.
But I didn't know, you know, and I know now, and that's a good thing to.
That's what matters.
Like, don't set it too high, you know.
Yep.
Just a couple of degrees is all it took. I keep mine at 88 now.
Right. Do you do press and seal? Like, do you put the press and seal in there?
No, I just do the old school, like the light thing, you know.
I know. I'm pretty sure Justin was the one to put people on with that. I love you, Justin, but that's so unnecessary. You don't need that press and seal. Just so it's such a fucking unnecessary step. I used to use it all the time, but then once I got sim containers,
you know.
Yeah, I use Sims. I put this much water, set it and forget it. There's no droplets or anything like that. I don't, and I know the eggs can handle it. Listen, I'm not saying, you know, it's bad to use the fucking press and seal. For me, I just hate dealing with it. I can never cut it off smooth. I ain't got that time for that shit, bro. You know what I mean? But I just gotta say, you don't need it, guys. Just so you know, I'm just.
Yeah, I don't use it. I just use vermiculite, you know, and put them in there, and you know they might come out like day 58, something like that sometimes, just because I just keep the temperature at like 88. You know? Nice.
And are you getting pips, or are you cutting before you get pips?
I usually get pips before I cut.
Yeah.
Sometimes I cut. It all depends on what's cooking, you know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I get it. If it's a clutch and it's like day 52, man, I'll fucking cut that bastard open. If I need to, I try to just wait for a pip. I'm doing my best, but like, you know, I was trying really hard to hit a chocolate fucking highway clown this year, and I don't know how many odds, you know. So I just was like, and they looked really dimpled. They look ready, you know what I mean? And so
I've never had one go bad after I cut it, you know.
I got my mutation creation gold scissors. I busted them out and I fucking whoop.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you, Matt. When I gotta know what's in there, I open a little flap and I take a look.
It doesn't. I've never had them like get hurt from it. You know.
But that said, I do like when they pip now. It's
Oh,
just
for sure.
Yeah, because you're not waiting
now than I was, but
yeah, I will say you're not waiting as long. Like once they pip, they're coming out that egg pretty soon. When you cut, it probably keeps them in there longer. You know what I mean? If anything, but it's all good. You know, I gotta say it's and also too, just like you're not really getting a full ID. Like you're getting an idea, but you're not really you don't know until that fucking thing comes out, and then you're like, oh, okay, you know.
Hey, some people don't know even when it's out. So
there's a bunch of them right now that I have. It's like, man, I want to send them shed tests. I just want to be sure, you know. Like, they get the Wookiee and the spot nose shed tests going on.
Hey, before we continue, what did you hit in that first clutch?
I hit like a fire bee. I hit a pastel spider axanthic. A couple firefly axanthics, and then the rest were hets. You know, like a pastel het. You know, killer bee het. I remember them, you know, pretty well. It was a big clutch, man. It was a really good one. Yeah,
you made a little bit of loot off that clutch. You were able to sell those.
I sold some of them. I kept some of them too.
Okay, and I'm curious, you know, because. You know, a lot of people do the slow and grow game where they stack what they can and then they start investing, right? Like, at what point did you feel comfortable dropping bills on that next big project? And what was that? What was that first big project?
The next year, I bought some Batmans
from Justin.
Yeah, from Canova, and I also bought some stuff from JD.
Wow,
like True Ghosts and Vanilla Axanthic. Some really cool stuff. And what I wanted to do, my initial project was to cross the two and make Axanthic Batmans. That was what I wanted to do. That was like my first, like, oh shit, was my dream, you know, like initial dream.
And it's not no more. It died or what?
Oh no, I got a Axanthic Batman.
So you made it.
I made it.
Wow.
That was 2023, like early 2023. I hit that.
And you posted on your page?
Oh, it's on there.
All right.
I call her PJ. Her name's PJ for Pride and Joy.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
yeah, I mean, you know, it's really cool, you know, to like have that vision like that, you know, whatever, 5 years ago, and then work to it.
Am I close at all? I know this isn't it probably, but am I in the same area?
That's the vanilla.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's a vanilla Axanthic clown.
Okay, and where is it around this area here? The Batman Axanthic that you hit?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's scary.
Where's Spot Nose? There she is, right there.
To the left. This one here.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's her.
Wow, this is it, huh?
That's her. Yep.
Whoa.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Is she breeding yet for you? I'm sure she is, right?
She's just about 1,000 grams now.
Wow, dude.
Maybe 1,200. She's kind of hit the wall. She's kind of stopped feeding like vigorously like she was, but she'll be ready next year for sure.
Okay, can we talk about that real quick, guys? Because you know, I kind of like used to like I don't deal with that 1,000-gram wall. Well, actually, I am right now. I got a couple fucking ones that all of a sudden my black-headed clown that was just taking off, she just stopped, and I'm like, what the fuck? So can we really kind of see if there's a solution to how we can avoid this? Or I mean, and Emilio, you've been in the game longer than both of us, so like the 1,000-gram wall, like how do we fucking avoid this thing? Because it does suck. I got to tell you,
it's real. You know, it's not for every animal,
yeah.
but some of them hit it, and they're off food for 6 months.
And they come back on, but it's like just those few months of not eating really aggravates me. You know what I mean?
Right. I get worried about their health and stuff.
Right, for sure.
What I can tell you guys is I feed every week, and I don't push big size meals.
Right.
So I am not having issues with 1,000-gram walls anymore.
Oh.
Now, I have had a couple females where I'm like, oh shit, is this that? And what I've noticed is that they'll go off food for a couple weeks and then they'll come back on.
Oh.
So what I would tell you guys out there is that the size, don't go for the biggest size male all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting my females up to third winter. My females are typically 1,300 to 2,000 grams. Okay, 1,800 grams, and that's, I'm not pushing really big meals, because what I see at least is if let's say I do give this girl a bigger meal, right? Bigger than what she's used to. She'll go off food for 2 weeks on me.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not going to the 1,000-gram wall anymore. And I'm talking about raising 30 girls at a time.
Yeah. So the numbers are on your side here. That's why that's why I wanted to ask you. You know, because you're seeing it on a huge scale here. Not huge, but a big enough scale where we can actually pay attention to this. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I guess that's. Yeah, I try to remember myself too, like, small. It doesn't always need to be on the bigger side of small. It could be on the smaller side of small,
And then guess what? Would you rather the animal not eat than eat a smaller meal? You have to ask yourself that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Some people just want the really big meal. So.
So, okay, let's kind of talk about, growth in your production. You had that one clutch under your belt. Then you kind of took your licks the next few clutches. What was the year you kind of started? And first and foremost, what are you doing as of production numbers wise? What are you like? Where are you at currently right now?
Well, I've got about 20 females. That's like that are breeding size, and if 75% of them go for me, I'm happy with that right now.
So last year you hit how many clutches?
Like 12.
Okay, and so this year you got 20 females, and you're hoping to hit probably the same amount, like 15.
Yeah. I've got 7 so far this year. So halfway through, tentatively I should get, many more at the end of the year,
Okay. And did you figure out ones like, are you seasonal or do you pair all year round? What's your like, because we're in California.
All year round, it stays really cool around here and pretty well the same temperature all year round. It gets a little cold and wet in the wintertime. And they definitely seem to have, there's some that are definitely like on a season like that, the consistent, you start pairing them in November and then they'll lay by this time of the year, the following year, that's usually what most of them have seemed to do. But then there's a bunch of them that are just random too.
Yeah, I get clutches from January to fucking December, dude. I mean, like there might be like a 2 month, maybe like, okay, no clutches, and then it just comes right back again. Just because like I paired things until things went. I don't, just because we're in Cali, like you said, we have those cooler temps sometimes, and we could get away with all year round breeding versus having to just wait seasonal, like some people who have aggressive seasons when it comes to winter and summer and whatnot, right? And mind you, I don't have anything on a major scale, so I feel like I could get away with just breeding all year round. But I do got to say, it's probably a little tricky if you are doing like anywhere from like 30, 40, 50 clutches, and it's just all year going versus, I don't know. What would you prefer? Would you prefer like everything coming in at once, or would you rather have things spread out, Matt? What would you prefer?
I would rather have it spread out, just to give the animals like the individual care. If there's some animals that aren't eating well, that need assist feeding or something, then I can be on it. It's like, oh, I know that one right there needs to be, helped. Otherwise, there's so many. If it would be harder for me to keep track of them.
Are you dealing with a lot of assist feeds, or are you like
just a couple here and there? I think that most of us deal with that. Here and there. It's not all the time. But.
When do you feel it's necessary, Matt? Like when you have a snake, especially if it's like, oh my God, I need this to go the distance, but it's not eating. At what point? How long do you wait?
That hasn't eaten in a month, and they're kind of on the small, scrawny side,
right?
I'll try. And
you
will start eating,
like a rat pink, or what do you like to use?
I use a rat tail.
Oh, so easy. Oh, I gotta tell you guys, man, because breeding chondros,
stick it in their mouth and you don't get bit, and they usually just chomp it right down, and usually after that they'll start taking food.
Milo, did you see my chondro production, my little red guy, when you were here? Did you get to see him? You saw how tiny that thing was? All right, did you see that?
Yeah.
You remember that? Imagine assist feeding that thing, bro. And like I said, the only thing people do peaky heads, and they're Socrates does it the best from what I've seen. But man, once I found about rat tails, man, set it and forget it, bro. They can't spit that thing out. Once you get that
Right
thing
on, yeah.
a little bit down the throat, they have no choice but to swallow, and it's like pause. But I'm just saying, it's awesome to just like and keep it moving, man, because some of that stuff could get frustrating, man. And then the pinky turns into mush, and it's like, and then it smells, man. Have you ever smelled the inside of a pinky, bro? It is disgusting. I can smell it now. It's terrible.
Oh yeah. It's post traumatic stress from the scent.
But
Matt,
go ahead, Milo.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you. So what do you do, Milo, as for assist feeding? Like, what do you like?
I assist feed fuzzy mice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty much. If there's a clutch mate that the rest of the clutches had 4 meals or so, it's time to wake that snake up and start, figuring out what's going on.
Right.
For me. No.
I hear you.
Yep. And Matt, you do live or frozen thawed? Like, what's your go-to?
I do both. Mostly frozen thawed, because I don't really have a rat production right now.
Mm-hmm.
I get them locally, and I'm gonna start doing that because I kind of want to expand the operation a little bit,
right?
And have a bunch more holdbacks and stuff like that. But I'm not a big fan of raising rodents. I've done that before, and it's not as fun as raising the snakes.
No, not at all. That's like, I don't want to say it dampers like keeping a snake, but holy shit, it is the backbreaking shit that you don't understand that how important that is to have, especially if you don't have a consistent plug. Like if you're like you're Mr. I'm trying to expand, but I'm like very like my plug is sketchy and like, man, like I have to get it from here. Then dude, you better either have to figure out how to breed your own rodents or don't expand. Trust me, because you don't want to have a bunch of snakes you can't feed. That sucks.
That would be
I actually like doing it now. I breed only mice. They're amazing animals, bro. They're great. They're prolific. I feel bad producing such an amazing quality animal and having to feed them. I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
But yeah, I've been very successful at it. I love it. I don't like cleaning them. When I clean them, it's the bath is like the best shower you ever have in your life.
Okay, I had ASF colonies, I had mice colonies, and I had rats all at once. Rats are the worst. Rats are by far the worst, dirtiest fucking rodent you can breed in this game for sure, and it's the most work. Like that's something that's gonna reek your whole room if you go one day past 7 days of cleaning your fucking shit. And I don't care what you use. It is no joke. And they're the smartest ones, man. They're fucking so smart. I could easily kill off a mice or an ASF way quicker than I can a rat. That's like that I've been raising up and I've been looking in the eyes and it's eating out of my hands. And I'm just like, holy shit, you just became a pet. And I'm not like, I can't do this. You know what I mean?
You have a lot of personality for sure.
Yeah, it got hard on me, dude. Like, you know what I mean? And so like, I don't know, like, but like
especially I said, the fancy ones, with the
the jumbo ones, the ones big ass ears.
Most of them are nice too, and it's like
they're so big, bro. I could never see myself breeding rats again ever.
Huge.
I did that 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and
the males
I do not miss that,
bro. The males, females, they get big, bro. Like once they get big fast too. Like it's not like they take off. And I understand why rat production makes a lot more sense for a lot of people who breed ball pythons because how quick you could get those rodents the rats going. But man, you get what you ask for sure with the rats, man. They are big. And mind you, a lot of people get these rodents that they can't even feed off because they're so big. And they're like, I don't, mind you, unless you have those old fucking ball python females that are 7,000 grams and go for it. But still, not a lot of people have those. You know what I mean?
No, you'd have to have a boa constrictor or retip to have them. Give it to them, but I don't have the room for that, and I'm not really, no offense to retics, but I've just been nailed by them before.
Pass.
It's just not for me, man. Respect to everybody keeping them.
Hard fucking pass, my guy. That's all I gotta say. I do miss it.
Something we missed. Do you ultrasounds?
No, I don't.
Connection?
Oh wow.
Okay.
Ultrasound.
Me neither.
I could, I mean, but I've been having such good luck not doing it. So it's like, I just kind of know my snakes. I don't really have that many. So it's like, I can tell when they're up in front and they're not going to eat. They want to be prepared, and it's like, they'll lock right away. And it's like,
okay.
Boom, it's like, I don't know, if I'm missing out on potential clutches by not having one, maybe, I don't know, but I don't use one, and
I'm with you right there.
It's like, I've got 20 females, it's not like I have like a big warehouse, or like a whole bunch of females,
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of females either, but I am at that point where I have some beautiful 2019 holdbacks that won't lay for me. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? So I'm wondering, obviously ultrasounding and checking them for follicles. I think like for a female like that I'm like trying to figure out what's happening. Like, why isn't she, if she's getting locked, everything's happening, she's eating, what's going on? Is it the time of year? And that's another thing that kind of like, well, this is what I get for breeding all year round, because
that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Right on.
And this is why Mark Bailey, too. Shout out to Mark Bailey, tonight's sponsor. But he was like, yeah, this is why you can't figure some shit out sometimes, because you're too busy pairing throughout the whole year versus giving them a shut-off period where you cycle food or whatever you got to do to get them to spark in their head like, holy shit, there's a change in the air. Because otherwise, if you're just feeding and your temperatures are kind of stagnant or just the same, they're not really feeling any kind of change, and they have nothing to really kick them into gear. Where ball pythons are easy, man, but you gotta understand there's other species out there where if you don't cycle, you're not gonna get nothing at all. You know what I mean?
Real. Yeah.
So some females could just be a little bit more like trickier, like you got to kick them into gear or some shit, which probably I think with these girls, I have a couple girls from 2019 that haven't given me nothing yet, and I really want them to lay. They're beautiful snakes. So I think this year, finally, if this is that case, I'm not gonna feed them for a couple months. I'm gonna definitely give them some sort of like a cycle or something, like, especially because they're big already. And I want to ask you that too, Matt. Have you ever had any females not lay for you, and you're on like the third, fourth year trying to figure out what the fuck's up?
I bought a stranger double het clown hypo.
Whoa.
And
damn,
I've had her since 2019.
Whoa. So you got her back in 2019, a stranger 100% double het clown hypo?
Yes, I paid a bunch of dough for her.
I bet you did.
And she is not giving me anything, dude. And it's this is a lesson learned, fellas and ladies out there. Goes, man.
Listen, I don't need the figure, but I got to tell you, 2019 stranger shit was popping. And if it's 100% double het, holy shit, you drop some dough. And here we are years later, and there's no production from it.
Nothing. And I thought she was going to go this year. She was pounding the rats and quit and locked several times. And, she was bowl wrapping and stuff. And then she's just like, nope.
But that's where I'll tell you that an ultrasound might be beneficial, because in all my time breeding ball pythons, I've only had two or three girls get to 5 years plus where they didn't produce for me. And guess what? One of those girls, well, actually both of those girls are gonna produce this year because I had the ultrasound.
Interesting.
And I was able to kind of play with them and be more on top of what I was doing with those two girls. Okay. It's like if they needed that extra, me to be on top of them.
So, and what is it that you noticed, Emilio? Like, did you notice like feeding them at a certain time? Like, what did you do to like kind of pinpoint what it was for that female?
I guess me focusing on them two more, and just timely locks, timely feedings. One of them ate like a beast. The other one was kind of finicky, here and there, will go on and off. That one is one I recently told you about, MJ. She was just confusing the hell out of me. Stuck at 18, right? Stuck. And then one day I come into the snake room and I see her in the front of the tub. I'm like, okay, you gonna wake up finally? So what do? I give her the first ex-breeder mouse. Bam. Give her the second ex-breeder mouse. Bam. Give her the third ex-breeder mouse. Bam. All three. Guess what? Next week she's in shed. Following week, I check her. She's at 22 millimeters.
Wow.
Just like that.
quick growth, man.
Yeah,
you kept pairing till like 30 or so, right? Like what?
No, I haven't paired her anymore because.
Oh wow! It was already a deal.
Yeah, it's actually too hot in the room to pair. So going back to the ultrasound, you start to really figure out the animals. Like I had a female that grew her follicles. She freaking most of the females will grow at about 20% a month, right?
Right.
There's females that grow at 100%.
It's like boom, they're ready to lay.
Yeah, yes, they're going fast. It's all up to the female. So, with the ultrasound, you visually know what you're doing 100%. I know this, Matt. For sure. But with the ultrasound, it gives you a chance to see inside what you're seeing outside.
Yeah.
And also kind of see what the behaviors, why they're behaving a certain way sometimes. Because some of them are special.
We need answers to important questions here. And sooner or later, I think the ultrasound is going to be the answer. Like we're going to be able to.
It helps you a little bit more.
Right. Well, because I mean, we can only see so much. We can only have gut feelings and be like, because dude, at the end of the day, like I said, it's easy to breed a ball python. You look for signs. Either they're going to go and they go. Most of them go. But when it's a stranger, 100% double het, we got to figure out if this girl's okay. Because also, mind you, just because it's a female or male doesn't mean it's going to breed. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like there are chances where this thing, and I'm not trying to give you fucking that vibe at all on that snake. I hope it will turn around just like mine does, but there's a chance where none of these will breed. You know what I mean? And we can't do nothing about it. No ultrasound could do anything about it. No, you can't do shit,
And real quick, Matt, MJ knows this. I'm old school as fuck. I used to laugh at the ultrasound thing. Hey.
Right on, man. I mean, I believe you. I
was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not against it at all. I just
So I used to laugh. I used to laugh at it. Like, I don't need that shit.
Cubans don't like to say they're wrong at all, bro. So that's pretty heavy right there. That's fucking.
I don't mind, bro.
Take it like a man right there. That's Emilio right there. Biggie right there. Hey, but listen, okay, now I want to get back cracking with the Kraken. I want to get talking that project, because there's going to be a lot of examples that I'm going to be showing here. And I'm curious if this is your bread and butter right now when it comes to just thinking of the future and stuff that you could hit this year. Like, where does the Kraken 2.0 stuff lay with like top tier stuff in your collection?
It's definitely taken it to another level.
Right.
My clowns, I've got some more coming on the way. Like this one's I think that's the Hurricane.
Yeah.
Hurricane.
So what was the pairing?
Hurricane clown female with the Mojave Kraken male.
So that's crazy. So basically the Mojave Kraken was carrying all these incomplete dominants. Majority of the incomplete dominants were being held, and you were able to hit all that with that pairing.
I'm pretty sure that animal has all the genes in it.
That is.
I don't know. I don't know if it might not have yellow belly in it, but I'm pretty sure it has black pastel and GHI, and definitely Mojave. And I'm pretty sure that it has Hurricane in it as well.
I love that animal, bro.
No, like I said, I'm ready to like just start sending in all my sheds and just having them tested, because these animals, they're worth a lot of money, and I'd rather have a pedigree, to say this is exactly what they are.
I mean, especially because where you're at, as far as like, you're not a Kabelka, you haven't been in this for fucking 20 plus years. So you're almost shooting yourself in the foot without having a pedigree with something like this. Like,
absolutely. How who's going to trust this guy?
No, but not only that, like there's no examples. There's no examples out there. So this is like, this could actually like, okay, let's say it is what you think it is, dude. You're like, you have certified proof of that shit. You know what I mean?
That's insurance, and it's a lot easier to sell that. You can't, it's,
Go ahead, Matt.
Oh, just, it just gives me more integrity in my IDs. It's like, I'm not going to say that I'm the best at IDing the snakes because I'm not, you know. I mean, I don't really know what I'm looking at because there's no examples like you were saying out there of what they could be.
That's why it's like there's no shame of questioning because what are we basing this off of? There's no other examples. Like this is like first creation here of this. You know what I mean?
And I've asked Justin, you know, he's helped me ID some of them, you know, like helped. You know, nobody really is sure, you know, but I'm pretty sure that one right there is the Hurricane. I don't think that has.
That's fucking sick as shit, bro. What do you think of that? What do you think of that, Emilio? Emilio's a big hurricane guy, so what do you think?
They're amazing. Bro, your Kraken game. I'm gonna say it. I think it might be the best.
I mean,
appreciate that, man.
Listen. Other than Justin, because Justin could pop something out any minute, right?
Right.
I mean, that's amazing company. Congratulations.
Justin just said, "Hold my beer."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I got this clutch coming." Netflix.
By the way, it's non-alcoholic beer. I'm just kidding. No, but okay, but serious, you know, did you keep all these back or?
I still have them all right now.
Okay.
I raise them up before I post them on Morph Market. I like to get them like 150 grams or so and make sure that they're thriving before and that way I can I know exactly what I got and what I want to keep.
I love that.
Talk
to me about that one, bro.
Yeah, man. Poor banana.
I'm not sure what that is. I know it's got banana in it. I'm pretty sure it's got black pastel.
Yep.
Yellow belly. I don't know if it has Wookiee in it or not. I've noticed that the little spot there on the back of the head, I've seen that in Wookiee and I've seen it in black pastel. So I'm not sure if it has GHI in it. It's just really hard to tell. I mean, you know, but I think I'm going to be holding her back.
Oh, for sure.
If I had to guess, I'd say it has Wookiee.
Okay.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
that thick dorsal.
Yep.
Kind of.
Okay.
And the popping too, man. That popping that orange has a lot to that. That's like Wookiee power right there when it comes to that shit.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's exceptional.
What a cool snake. So you said another holdback, right?
I'm pretty sure I'm going to hold that one back.
Can't wait to see that at 2,000 grams.
It might have leopard in it too, because it was a leopard Enchi coral glow or banana clown.
Right. I can't get over this shit. This shit is so fucking fire. And mind you, Matt, I don't know how long you've been listening to this show, but I'm GHI till I die. Like GHI is my father, incomplete dominant. Like that's my fucking gene that made me go so hard in the ball python game in the beginning, and to see it on this level is just nuts to me. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's it's refreshing because it's not somebody else's pipe dream. You know what I mean? Like this is something that you put in the time, you put in the work, and this is something that you made. You know what I mean? Like this is, I love it.
It's like a dream come true in a lot of ways. You know, like just. It's surreal, you know. So sometimes when you open up an egg or see what crawls out, and it's like, you know,
right.
You got to wipe your eyes sometimes, you know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, my screen's about to break.
That's the joy of it, man. That's like just.
So let's think down the road here. You know, obviously, I know there's some you really want to hold back. Maybe some get let go. Money talks, right? It is what it is. But
I gotta feed the snakes and I gotta eat a little bit from it too.
This shit isn't free. You know what I mean? So, but let's talk about the ones you do end up holding back, right? What avenue are we taking these? Like, where do you want to, you know, especially the ones that are kind of different from the others? Like, you know, we have that banana one we looked at, but then look at the other hurricane stuff. So, like, you keep this stuff back. What's the direction we're heading with them?
Axanthic.
Whoa.
I want to put Axanthic into a lot of my clown stuff. You know, especially the Wookiee. I haven't seen Axanthic
hypo. Are we talking true ghost down like at the end of the end result?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get Desert Ghost and hypo in it as well.
Yo, Matt, can you imagine a super chocolate clown true ghost?
Whew.
Super chocolate.
I mean, that'd be like ice. That might be blue almost.
Bro, I gotta say, Super Wookiee and Super Chocolate are some of my are my favorite animals right now to put into double and triple recessives.
Oh, for sure.
Hands down.
That's great advice, man. I mean,
I can't wait.
On
Like,
those
this
ideas.
year, if we all get a couple animals every year, this year I will be on the lookout for a super Wookiee clown or a super chocolate clown. I need it.
Damn. I'm trying to think.
I think I saw a super chocolate desert ghost clown. I think I saw one that was posted not too long, and that it might even had hypo in it too. But it wasn't axanthic.
Yeah,
it was
JP. Didn't JP
JP hit one of the nicest animals I've ever seen.
It was a super chocolate, right? Go ahead.
Super chocolate, hypo, desert ghost clown. That shit is fucking on fire.
That's I'm speechless, man. I know I saw that animal and I was just like, damn.
I mean, for me, probably one of the nicest snake of the year. I would say for sure.
I'd say one of the. I'd say it's an all timer.
Yeah, it's heavy.
Just like I know me and you are on the same page about DG Exantic Clown. That's another all timer for me.
Oh
yeah.
So cool, man.
What came first? Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, when I first saw that, it was just like, what? I just we all just imagined what that would look like, until you see the pictures, and then it's like your imagination didn't even do it justice.
And you know what's crazy? It aged even better.
Right. That's Desert Ghost and Hypo both aged really, really well.
Yeah, and I loved one thing about Desert Ghost and Hypo. It really fucking ended the whole team this, team that bullshit because they go great together. You know what I mean? Like it's something where if you have both, you'd be dumb not to put it all together. You know what I mean? Because you can't go wrong with a Hypo DG combo. Okay, especially if you throw that next recessive in it, it's like, oh wow, okay, this is what this does. And we're talking about
Clown are the ones for me. Some people like Pied. I'm not really into Pied. But
Emilio's legs like this right now.
It's just opinion, we all got our things we love, man, No,
100%. But I will tell you this. I was kind of like, I don't want to say giving up on Pied at one point, but I was kind of like, Pied just not doing it for me. And I had so many reasons until I saw Nicole post the DG fucking Pied hypo stuff that she was hitting. So I do know there are certain things that go into Pied that you cannot ignore, man. Because at the end of the day, like Emilio says, say what you want, but Pied is king. On so many levels, Pied will never go away. You know what I mean?
Of course not.
But it is refreshing because, like I said, I was getting so over Pied because just stuff I was making. But then when I saw, look what happens when you just kind of do the right thing with Pied and be patient and put a couple more recessives in that motherfucker, and it's like, woo!
Did you guys see the DG Exantic Pieds that Ozzy hit?
That is outrageous, man.
Those are fucking dope.
That was cool, man. I saw that was just a few days ago. He posted.
Yeah. And then to me, I just love that it's a very versatile gene. Yeah, you have your issues when you get some high whites and you stack too much or whatnot, but the variability of not knowing how the animal's gonna look, it to me is just always exciting. That's all,
Sure.
I mean, what's on the high white Pied's side in this case is RGI, like shed testing at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Biggest thing with high whites is how do you convince someone that these are what the siblings look like, and they're like, nah, you got that.
What I can tell you guys is, honestly, I hate hitting high whites now, and that as a rookie, we fucking love them all,
Yeah, they're pretty, but also they're pretty. They're also pretty annoying.
Yeah, but I'll tell you guys, I'm with you in that aspect. I hate hitting high whites. So.
Yeah, because it's more likely this is probably gonna be a pet snake. It's more likely gonna be $300 at a show, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Which, mind you, I think I asked Nicole and other people who are in the higher Pied realm of shit. They let stuff go. I guess you got to market that stuff right too. You got to build the right following. Listen, at the end of the day, there's people who love Pied, not Chad in the comments, but I'm just saying there's people out there who love Pied and just will follow that shit. If you build it, they will come type of stuff. You know what I mean? Me personally, I'm not trying to build much with that. Because like I said, there's just too much going on. You know what I mean?
I love the special pies, and any of those special pies with like the kind of like the Dalmatian look, you know, with kind of white on their face and stuff. That's really cool to me.
What came first, hypo or DG for you?
Hypo.
Nice.
I got a hypo Desert Ghost and started putting it into my Axanthic stuff and into my clown stuff.
Where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that Hyper Desert Ghost from?
Fireball. Jeremy.
Oh, okay. And his hypo leads back from the Bells, so it's a Bells line hypo from what he has, which is a good line of hypo. I do know there's just different levels of hypo out there for sure.
Yeah, Fireball's got the best.
He has the
DG
best hypo.
and hypo, I'd say, out there.
G2, yeah. That's what I got. My male DG clown had hypo from him. And
I got mine as well.
He's been doing really good for me as well. So,
but let's kind of talk about the shock and the, mostly shock for COVID breeders, right? But the drop in the market that happened within the last year, especially with DG stuff, right? How did you take that information, once you saw it, and what was your first mental thought on that,
like on the genetic testing of it, or just the
no. Well, I mean, we can get to that, but I'm talking about like, wow, look at the prices now. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was disheartening, man. It's like all of a sudden, you invested all this money and time into these projects, and they're worth like half of what they were, and then some of them are like a quarter of what they were. I mean, it's kind of nerve wracking, for not just for me, but for especially people that are really like involved a lot more than me, and I can only imagine. It's kind of scary,
Yeah,
but it hasn't deterred me,
I mean, it won't deter you. You're on that next level, and you're gonna keep getting better because you got that firepower, bro. And it's in all our interest to layer in the right projects into every animal we produce for the future. So,
and
at the end of the day,
I'm just saying, and the biggest thing, you have no problem holding your shit back, Matt. That's the biggest thing. Like, there's people out there who got to the point of making some cool shit, but they're like, I need to sell this ASAP or I cannot feed my snakes. Like, there's people who are relying on this shit to sell. And the thing is, like, if they don't sell it, then fucking don't sell it. Hold on to it. Because why would you just destroy your project like that, first and foremost, where you could just, like you said, keep what you want out of that Kraken 2.0 stuff. Look what you'll make with that in 2, 3, 4 years. You know what I mean? Are you kidding?
Right. Yeah, that's the goal, and hopefully it all pans out. I'm going to keep my nose to the grindstone and try to, keep it on a level, a manageable level where I'm like not like overwhelmed by it, and where I still have the passion,
So do you think 20 is a good number for you, clutch number wise? Like even when you have a lot of females?
I could handle more. My hatchling racks is like, 2/3 of the way filled right now. So I could handle more clutches. I made sure I had ample space for babies.
Right.
I just need to, what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to get another 2070 rack and do maybe, 20 more, in the next couple of years and just see how that goes. And
what's going to be your main focus for sales? Like, do you think morph market will be enough, or are you going to start vending?
I need to start vending. I want to start vending. I feel confident in what I have to get out there and start,
Emilio's going to like this on many levels. Okay. Look at that rating, son. 94. That's fucking sick right there.
That's dope, man.
That's good. Are you going to understand?
Especially, guess what? Especially hitting 10 to 15 clutches a year.
Yes.
Dude, you're fucking killing it, man.
Well, thanks. I'm doing my best. I try to be like, the best kind of customer service rep that I can be with, because people are happy, man. They're happy to buy snakes. It makes them happy. It feels good for me, like when I sell snakes and people are like actually happy. Like I've said so many jobs where people are not happy doing business with you, they're assholes,
Yeah, did we get into what you do other than the snakes, or
what was that?
did we get into what you do other than the snakes?
I do some consulting. Like I have a science background in chemistry, so I do consulting, like scientific consulting. But I don't really like that very much right now. You know?
Way to keep it real. I don't like it.
You know, it just is what it is. You know, you got
okay.
Life. You know.
So eventually, you're looking to expand more and more into the snakes. Do you see yourself doing a super show since you're in Cali?
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
Yeah, you know, I think I'll start off like in Sacramento because that's probably the closest bigger show than San Jose.
Do you follow Renowned Reptiles? The homie Nick from Nick Soul. He's on IG.
I'm sure that I do.
He's in NorCal. He's in Bay Area type, or Sacktown area. But he hits all the shows. That'd be a good guy to collab with. Like he'll give you the ropes. He'll tell you what shows are great, what shows are like iffy. But he covers all that area and does really well, man. Nick's to homie does really good. So if you want, I can introduce you to, and could get it.
Please, why not? I mean, the more people that I interact with, the better off the whole.
I mean that's a fact because you need people, bro. I mean we all need people. That's for a fact. You know what I mean? And the more the merrier.
That's for sure.
Especially with your projects, Jesus Christ, we want everyone looking at your stuff. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah. I mean, it's inspiring.
Appreciate it.
But let's get back to more market talk because I know here we are in a situation where no one's making what you currently have. So if you were to get some stuff tested and you are finally deciding what needs to be posted and what needs to be like, let's see what happens. How are you going to price things, bro? Because dude, like you're on another level. So are you going to consult? Are you going to consult with some of the bigger dogs and be like, what do you think? Or are you going to go with what you feel, what you would want to pay for, how you'd price it? Like, how would you price this stuff? I'm curious.
That's a very good question. What I usually been doing, I've priced my stuff is I just compare it to what's posted, and even though I'm on a different level, you just kind of add on some money, and I don't want to charge too little, but nobody ever pays the asking price anyway. It's always haggling, and I've gotten used to that for the most part,
Especially right now because deals are everywhere. You know what I mean?
People are giving away their projects, man. And it's like, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to play that game. I don't want to just give my shit away. A lot of folks are, they're like you said, they're desperate. They need to feed their snakes. They need to like make ends meet. However, they need to charge shipping on a $3,000 animal. Right? Fuck that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Man.
What a douchebag! Like if you're so and so to hire an animal and you're like $100 a ship, wow, what a cheap bastard.
You're not going to
$49.99.
Yeah. I don't get it. But, not everybody has the best business sense. And I'm not going to say that I do by any means, but I've worked for a long time and all kinds of shit, and it's like
but free shipping. That's all I know.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt.
Hey,
Matt, I gotta say something, bro. If anyone could talk business, it's you. You got 94 reviews. Just saying.
I try my best.
And I bet about 75% of those reviews are pretty much high-end snakes.
Right.
So,
thank you.
Or let's give them more flowers. How many of those 94s are returning customers? That's what it's all about. Like,
I've definitely had some return customers,
and that's how I mean,
they're a pleasure to deal with too, man. They're
great, right? Like you want to talk about like making someone feel good, but they come back and make you feel better by giving you more money, and it's such a great relationship that you could have with multiple people in this hobby because you're doing something for them, and goddamn, they're doing something for you.
Yeah, and it's rare.
Like how hard is it to take care of somebody where you can keep that going? Like I feel like you got to be a real big dumbass.
To me, it's like I'm not going to get pissed off if somebody doesn't buy a snake and they inquire and I answer a bunch of questions. I'm not going to get pissed off about that.
But to hear how greedy people were pre-social media, I feel like people are only as good now because you're social media days. You can't be a piece of shit and not hook people up because everyone hooks people up nowadays. But think about the greed. I mean, Emilio was a part of the earlier days, but the greed of some of these big breeders fucking other people. Like when you're in that much control and every fucking dime taxing fools. Come on, Emilio, you know about those days, bro. It was not a fun era at some point being in the ball python game pre-social media, right? It was pretty cutthroat, right?
Yeah, we didn't know shit, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
and the ones who did know, they were coming up, weren't they?
And they weren't sharing any
They weren't
information.
sharing shit. Yeah, exactly. And actually misleading. I mean, that was a time where people were getting lied to about how to do certain things. And like, I think Billy talked about it. I think Billy said in 2010, he got fed wrong information about breeding that fucked him for a few years. And like, it took him a long time to kind of bounce back, and he did. But like, dude, that like, whew, people have no idea how easy it is nowadays. Like, we're in a good fucking, as much as people want to complain about the flooding or the, saturation market. No, dude, there's textbook things on how to be successful everywhere now in ball pythons. Like, it's super easy. Just pay attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah. YouTube helped me out a bunch. I watched all that shit before I started doing it, and made sure that it's like, okay, I get it. I get this, and then experience on top of it. But like you say, it's like, if you didn't have that, how would you know?
Yeah.
You just be winging it. You just be, trying, but you might not succeed. But yeah, it's true. There's no complaints on my part, with that, with the good information out there.
Something stood out, and I want to make sure I covered it. It's going back to breeding. And Emilio talked to me about this, and I just want more clarification because I can't really remember what you meant by it. But you told me if you have a female that you're pairing up and they keep eating, they reabsorb or something like that. Emilio, can you tell me what you meant by that? You said something about you said something like where if you notice a female just keeps eating and eating and eating, she ends up not going for you or something like that.
No. If I see a girl prematurely or stop eating or lose interest in food,
right,
the odds of her go way down.
Okay. So you're saying ones that don't stop eating are the ones that do good for you.
The ones that eat their life depends on it, those are going at a 98% clip.
Got you.
Yeah, once you see that they're not like into the food as much, even with follicles, that's a bad sign. I don't know about you, Matt.
Yeah, I think that's true. Because if you open up that tub and they're like coming out, just they'll eat anything. Even a mouse will take a rat sometimes.
Yeah, they'll eat whatever.
When they're doing that, like you said, they're gonna go.
Like they know what's up. They're looking for those fat reserves where they're like, okay, let's go. I'm gonna produce the clutch of eggs. So
and for clarification, like at that time, are they being paired? Like while they're at that moment of wanting to slam food, are you pairing them at that time, or is a little bit after? Is that when you pair?
I'm pairing them once a month.
Once a month at that moment of them slamming food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I've had some of them do that, and I've just paired them once.
Yeah.
One and done.
And they don't need that. People are putting them in there like every week and stuff like that. They don't need that necessarily.
Yeah.
Really
I've had clutches off of one lock.
For sure.
I've had clutches off of seeing nothing.
I've
You didn't lock, but they did.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean that was a quick, bam, and that's it.
But also going back to the ultrasound, like where if you want to not fucking have to waste a male at all, like you said, there's a time and place where you put that male in, 2 locks, done, set it and forget it. I remember Billy posted something how, like this is the second locker. And I was like, how do you know it only needs that many locks for them to go? And then he told me all about the ultrasound. I'm like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. But for me, mostly my males are either going to one or the 2 females. I don't have a situation where I'm putting 1 male to like 30 fucking females. So I kind of just put them in there and I like Emilio said, there's times where I don't see shit, but holy shit, she ovulated. And I'm like, wow, that's great. But I would like to kind of be more on top of it. I really do. I really think mainly because at some point I am going to have a male. I don't want to just fucking leave in the tub for a week. You know what I mean? I'm going to want to like be more methodical about pairing just so it's literally less stress on the male too. Like think about how much that male's going through. You have males that just breed to the point where they're fucking killing themselves. You know what I mean? So I think especially when you have a high end male too, you need that male to be a couple seasons strong. Then, dude, I think here we go. Ultrasound. Might need to ask this for my birthday next month. I don't know.
No,
Might need to do it, dude.
I told you this, MJ. I had a 450-gram male sire 3 clutches carefully with the ultrasound, and he wasn't eating amazingly at the end. So and it worked. Yeah, but he's great now. He's gaining the weight. He's eating good. So,
what are they running at right about now? Like just for
$1,000.
general ultrasound, like $900,000,
$900,000, $1,000, $1,000.
That's
On
like,
Amazon, right?
yeah.
I paid $1,400 for mine, but I don't recommend you getting that. I would recommend anyone out there getting the Breeder Circle. The one that I have has switch issues, and it's the second one. The first one they sent me, it wouldn't even power on, and I sent that back. I got this one. It worked fine for 4 months, and now I have to turn it on with a power switch, with a power, like putting the power in. The switch doesn't work anymore. So, I mean, it's working, but I'd rather, what I buy be perfect and work the right way. So I would recommend anyone out there getting the Breeder Circle, which is a little bit more money, but I'd say it's worth it.
This is why I haven't bought an ultrasound, because this is the badass motherfucker right here, bro. Have you ever seen this one, Matt? So this is called the Butterfly. It's an IQ3. It's an ultrasound. It hooks up to your phone.
What?
Yes. Like
image off your. That's amazing, man.
See that? See it on his phone?
Cool.
Yeah. And it's literally, but the thing is, it's like fucking 4K.
Whew. Ouch.
it's like 3,000, and then you have to pay $1,000 for a membership for the year, and it's like. It's a big fucking blow to the fucking, the wallet in a sense.
Yeah.
But it's also like, holy shit, like, look how mobile and easy that thing is. Like, you can almost take that wherever you want to go type of thing. So that's what I really want.
Yeah, you could take it to the tub. You wouldn't even have to take the snake out.
It's also $4,000. So it's
Yeah, I think last I checked, I think the Breeder Circle, someone in the chat could correct me. I think the Breeder Circle is about $2,500.
Is it? Because
I
they
could
have
be
the
wrong.
foot pedal though, right?
Yeah, I could be wrong. It could be close to 3. I'm not sure.
Yeah. See, that thing has a button. Just I'm not trying to pitch the butterfly. I'm just saying that thing right there, fuck the foot pedal. That thing has a click. You click it and it snaps it. Oh, shit's too hard.
Hey, I'll say this. I don't need the foot pedal.
Dude, but I've had Jacob, I've had homies come and help me, and I feel like that's important.
I'm gonna tell you guys, all you out there, okay? My snakes are really big. I got a table. I stretch them out. They'll kind of stay there most of the time. Head over the table, tail over the table on the other side. Bam, bam. It's over.
But what do you do about the ones that just don't stop moving? So you're fast and you get it done, bro. I mean, there's some that you might have to hold in, and kind of, Yeah, but, I heard it's good to take the tub out and while they're still rolled, like you just get them while they're still. Like I heard that's also
that's also good. But I put them on the table and I stretch them out.
Yeah.
And after a while, bro, this is my first year. The exact spot, bam, right there.
Yeah, see, that's what I want. That, man.
Yeah, it's so easy, bro.
Matt, let's get an ultrasound, buddy. Let's do it.
It's. I think it's time.
Let's do it, man. That way, when we bring you back on a Thursday night, we could actually talk about our ultrasounding experience. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
was positive.
MJ, Nixon, Brandon. He says he has the ultrasound you like. He says it's worth it.
Dude, I mean, I already know it is because Socrates has it. I've seen it. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But shout to Brandon. Yeah, I mean, that's fucking baller if you have that, bro. I mean, like I said, I've seen this be used in person. I've used it on a chondro at my buddy Socrates' place.
Okay,
so I've had
for you, bro.
Yeah, I know, but it's $4,000. It's a lot of money. But I get it. You got to step your shit up. You got to evolve, and I'm down. But also, like I said,
money to make money.
I do have some males
that are. It's funny, MJ. We don't care about spending it on the animals, but when it comes to something like that, you're like, ah.
I know I could be cheap.
A rack is of $33,000. Damn, I could get it.
Yeah, mind you, bro. This is somebody who made 6 figures in Home Depot storage rack. Fucking because I refuse. Not that I refuse. I didn't have money to buy a Freedom Breeder rack. I probably might have would have done it, but I legit did not have an extra 4K laying around for a fucking breeder rack from Freedom Breeder. Like, even though I would love that, but I had to do what I had to do to get to that point. But I'm at that point. I could get an ultrasound. I get it. I stop making excuses. We're doing it. That's it. Leave it at that. And then yeah, practice makes perfect too. Because here's the thing, you get that. I just want to make sure that if I get that ultrasound, I'm using it, because I'm fucking very notorious of buying something and it's just there, and I'm like, I didn't even fucking use that thing yet. You know what I mean? So I'm motivated. I think I'm ready to rock. I think.
Yo, Matt. Good.
No, I'm good. You're good.
Hey, Matt, what's up, man? I know you told me Monsoon and Sunset are your favorites. Like, what's up? What's going on? I bought Brilliance.
I just like them. You know, I've got a couple Sunsets, but I haven't had very good luck with them. I've produced a couple of visual Sunsets that I've held back, and most of the other ones have been hets that I sold.
Not a fan, huh?
They just don't like me, man. You know, my girls are just not. But I've got one that's going. I've got a pinstripe Sunset that's going, that I paired my DG Clown head hypo with.
Well, at the end of the day,
that's.
Hey, Matt, can I say something with all due respect? Because I work Sunset, okay?
Okay.
I'm glad that you're adding DG hypo and what was the other one? Clown, because pinstripe Sunset is.
It's okay. It's what I got, you know. It's what I.
No. I'm not attacking your animal. I'm just saying you're going the right way with it, because boy, pinstripe Sunset, eesh.
There's not a lot of pattern left anymore.
Yeah.
He's still pretty though, but yeah. That back when I got into Sunset, that was all that I could get. That's all.
But again,
you know, that's all that.
Bro, you might make an animal that's gonna slap everybody.
Yeah, he already has. It's just not Sunset.
No. Bro, DG hypo and Clown, and with, you know, that might be freaking incredible, man. We might be drooling over that.
Something new, you know, that and I've seen some quad hets like available on Morph Market, and I was like, oh, I was gonna do that, you know. So
I mean, say what you want about Sunset, it's still hot enough to steal off someone's table.
Right. Did they find that snake, man?
Oh, they found it. Oh, did they find it? I can't say much, but boy, did they find it.
Jeez,
it's being returned to the rightful owner, thank God. But I will say this, guys, PSA, don't steal. Stealing's bad, especially if it's a friend of yours. Don't be fucking that. That's really a piece of shit thing to do. Is like, I mean, steal an animal first and foremost, but a high-end one from a buddy, holy shit, that's heavy, bro.
That's crazy, man. That's some
bro.
That's just dirty. That's just
bro. I vend a lot.
Yeah,
I would lose my shit.
I mean, but here's the thing. Like, it's just,
amen.
You gotta be on top of your shit when you vend. Obviously, like, it's unfortunate, but man, like, I mean, Miguel posted a vlog a while ago about him catching someone stealing off. Like, bro, there's motherfucking thieves everywhere. Watch out for all the thieves, okay? Because they got some sticky fingers, and it could be your own sometimes. You know,
it's not only that, man. People behind your table, they gotta be the closest motherfuckers to you in the game.
But even then, sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, gotta watch your shit, bro. It sucks. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but listen, I'm happy that snake's being returned to the rightful owner, because that's what matters. You know what I mean?
Hey, I've never seen anything in the game like that ever. Okay.
Yeah, it's sad.
That shit was like eye-opening.
Yeah, really is. But anyways, like I said, don't be a thief. And I will say that vending also comes with a lot of, you know, you learn a lot when you vend. First and foremost, vending is huge for meeting people, you know. But and mind you, like, at some point when you're hitting 50 clutches, or, you know, you're doubling the amount that you're doing now, do you feel like you could just do good vending all through the coast of Cali, or do you feel like you would want to venture off at NARBC or like a Tinley or some shit, Matt?
I think driving all the way to Chicago would be a little too much for me. I would go up to Washington, maybe Portland, you know, like.
Oh yeah, Washington, man. I forget you're not that far from the PNW, dude.
There's one this weekend.
Yeah, the Pacnar. I think I'm saying that wrong, but yeah, the big one. There's a big one going on this weekend. Shout out to, yep.
And then like Hillsboro and Oregon, I think, and then, you know, like all the Cali shows. I think that I could, you know, if I had, you know, 100 snakes to vend, I think I could do well like that, along with Morph Market. You know, I wouldn't have to go to like Texas, and I just don't have the vehicle for that, for transporting all those animals, you know. And I'd have to have a van or you know, I've got a truck with the camper shell that might work, but you know, I'm just worried about the temperatures and you know that kind of stuff with you know the displays and stuff like that.
What's the furthest show you've done, Emilio? 6 hours, right? Or what was the furthest one you've done? 10 hours?
9, 10.
And you stayed up there. It was a 2-day show, or was it there and back?
It was a 2-day show, and that one we left Friday morning, got back Monday midday.
What would you recommend? What would you recommend for anyone out there who has to vend and go on that kind of a road trip, Emilio?
Well, I mean, that show is really good for me. That's why I do it. But yeah, you gotta plan for hotel cost. You know, spread your time out. Get some real rest, because you don't want to be like that first time we did it. We got home at 4 o'clock in the morning instead of sleeping an extra night, let's say in Orlando, and then coming back home like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning the next day. So we quickly learned not to do that. Just don't push yourself too much.
Yeah.
And Matt, for you with the animals you're gonna be producing, bro, I have to say, the Super Show, Tinley, Daytona, you know, Arlington, kinda. But man, those shows are a must for you, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier once you figure out all the logistics, man. It's not that hard. You know?
I will say though, for being a West Coast breeder, Matt, we do have a little bit harder than compared to these NARBC shows, because there's a bunch of breeders at these NARBC shows. Like motherfuckers who are relevant in the game go to a Tinley and stuff, because that's where they go find that next level stuff. West Coast stuff, there's people there, but not as much as it is at NARBC. So all I would recommend is like fucking advertise a living shit of you being at any show on the West Coast. That way you could reach out anyone out there who knows, like, oh man, this guy's going to be tabling there, like, because you have to on the West Coast for sure. We don't have that much of a breeder lineup like these NARBCs do. And mind you, Rami shows are massive; they're huge, but it's because we're in Cali and there's a bunch of families coming to these shows. You know, new opportunity, but for your high end shit, you're going to want to advertise the living shit out of your shows for sure.
Appreciate the advice.
Yeah, let people know. But speaking of letting people know, like, when do you feel, Matt, and this is a wrap-up question, okay, and then we'll get to Emilio's wrap-up question, but Matt, where do you feel comfortable, like, let's just say you have someone that you're grooming in the game, good buddy of yours, right? He's adding stuff here and there, but like, when is it a right time for someone to step their game up? Like, and what I mean by that, it could either be investing in equipment like we've been talking about, or getting that next project. You know, we're talking like, let's just say you're used to spending maybe $1,000 on a snake, but now you know there's a snake you need and it's like 10K, you know, like at what point do you feel like it makes sense to step your shit up?
Well, you gotta have confidence in your game. You know, you gotta be able to like produce snakes and know that you can produce snakes and know that you can sell snakes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the first step. You know, you produce animals, you show yourself that you can do it. So you have the confidence in yourself to just, you know, put the dough in, to invest in yourself and your business. Because, you know, if you're just winging it, what if, I don't know, what if you get soft on, like, you know, you get a clutch that goes bad and you can't do it anymore, or like, you know, you just got to know that you want to keep on doing this, and that can be anywhere from 2 or 3 years and down the road, or like, you know, that's my guess, 2 or 3 years.
What would you have to say to that, Emilio? Because for someone who's doing this full time, I'm real curious what your answer is on this question.
Your question was,
motherfucker, this guy was not listening at all.
I was trying to get my wrap-up question going. Well, he said if the
right time to step your shit up. Like if you've been collecting here and there, but then now you know there's a male or something that you could really use, but it's like 10 times what you're used to spending. You know what I mean? Like, when does it make sense to say, fucking, I'm doing that, or when not to do it, or when do you feel like it's the right time?
I mean, that depends on the capital you have, your financial situation, your patience level. Like for me, like I didn't buy I mean, to me, I didn't buy a super high-end animal for a long time. I built a whole operation off of, let's say, what some guys spend on one animal. I felt like that was safer for me, you know. And overall, with my patience and long-term, I guess you could say, vision or wherewithal, I was able to do everything I've done, you know. So
yeah. And I would just say, to top everything what you guys just said, you got to be able to lose it, if that's the thing. Like, you know, because like I said, we could all have high hopes on something, but nothing's guaranteed, man. Like, I mean, how many stories are motherfuckers getting something and it drops dead a year later? You know what I mean? Or whatever the case. What are you going to do? Is that going to be enough for you to say, I cannot do this no more, I got to go? If that's the case, don't buy that animal. You know what I mean?
Or a male that just doesn't like the ladies.
Hee.
I mean, listen.
Just saying, it happens.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you guys this: it's more common for a male not to like the ladies than a female not to give you eggs.
Right. Well, because it's up to, I guess a female has to be the one to go, but I mean, if it's up to the male, like the male needs to be the one where I'm fucking. Sometimes you don't have a choice, female. I'm gonna lock you anyways. Like that's kind of what you need sometimes when it comes to a breeder, not the other way around. So
it sucks when you got those males that just want to break out the tub and run away from the girl.
Dude, yeah.
I got one of those. I got a banana sunset, and I spent. He was another one I spent a whole bunch of money on like 4 years ago, and he still won't lock.
Damn. Yeah, that shit sucks.
I don't know. What are you gonna do? Like you said,
exactly.
It's part of the game. You know, you have to accept that risk when you put the gas.
I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna go look at your fucking Kraken 2.0 holdbacks and be like, well, at least I got these.
Yeah, and that was crazy.
Out, you know,
what's crazy is that if you hear certain genes that there are rumors that they're soft breeders or they don't eat really well, I'd say it's a really good idea to have a backup male to that project if it's super important to you.
For sure.
Yeah. Holy shit. Here we are talking about like what it takes to step up for that one snake. But here we are where you need backups, motherfuckers. Like that one snake is not good to just bet on. Like you need other backup situations. I've learned that 1 year for sure. But man, that's why, like, at the end of the day, it's easy. The ball python game is easy, but is it? Like, do you understand what this takes pocket wise to stay relevant? It's not easy staying relevant in the ball python game. Anyone could breed, but not everyone can stay relevant. Let's be real. That's where a lot of people don't understand. Okay, maybe I'll just stay in the basement and not fucking, because I'm not ready for that. You know what I mean?
Hey, money and
exactly. Patience too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yep. And doing things for the right reason. But what's your wrap-up question, Emilio?
All right, so this is pretty simple for me, man. Where do you see ball brilliance in 5 years?
That's a good question.
Good.
I mean, you know, it all depends on the market, I guess. I'm still going to be rolling with it. Hopefully, I'll be twice the size as I am now, and much more recognized and established. You know, doing shows and like you say, having the guts to drive across the country to vend, and hopefully doing some quad recessives by then. Fingers crossed. You know,
I wouldn't say guts. It's just the know-how, step by step, bro.
Okay. I hear what you're saying, but it's like, man, it just sounds daunting to me to drive cross country and like you said, all the logistics and stuff on top of it, the hotel, and taking care of yourself and your animals while you're traveling.
I can barely do it. Just me going by myself to enjoy it. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with, bro. It really is.
Yeah.
But that's pretty well it. You know, hopefully that's what I'll be doing full time by then. You know?
Nice.
I hope that would be so cool. I would love to be able to do that.
With your projects, I don't see how that's not feasible. Like I have high hopes for that, man, and for everything that you have going on. Not sure it's up with those fucking tarantulas. That's scary as shit. But
that's just another passion of mine. You know,
I don't judge, pal. I get it. You know, I get.
I dig the green tree pythons. Those are damn cool, man. Those are cool.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Never had any of those, or an emerald tree boa or any of those before. But
hey, before the hot seats, real quick, any plans for other species, big dog?
I have thought about doing a couple of green tree pythons.
Nice.
But other than that, you know, I might do hognose because they're smaller snakes, and I can keep them in my room where I don't have a whole lot of space, you know, left, you know, because I like the little hognose. They're cool little things, you know.
And the hognoses are at such a beginning stage still too. Like, I mean, they're about to really go crazy with a lot of the morphs that people are producing. Like, you have Junior who's doing next level stuff with the hognoses. So it's kind of an exciting time to be in the hognose game right now.
Yeah,
that's my plan. You know, maybe get, you know, at some point here in the next couple of years, get you know, 3 or 4 females and a nice male, and start trying that.
I like them a lot. I have about 6 or 7 growing up.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I will say, when you're over the morphs or you need a break, get a chondro. There ain't no morphs and chondros other than an albino.
Nice.
All right, listen. Fucking hour and a half went by too quick. This was a great time, Matt.
Really appreciate it.
Hot seat questions, though, buddy. You don't just get to leave like that. All right, it's not. All right, we're gonna hit you where it needs to be hit on the hot seat questions. And guys, if you enjoyed this episode, get the likes up for Matt. But hot seat questions coming in hot. You know how these work, Matt?
We'll find out, I guess, huh?
Guess you're damn right. We're about to find out. Okay, the quicker the better. That's how this works. Quicker the answer, the better you look when it comes to hot seat questions. And then Emilio will end with his hot seats. Are you ready, Matt? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Hot seat questions. Let's go. Frozen thought or live?
Frozen thought.
First thing you would feed a baby ball python?
A hopper mouse.
A cut or no cut?
Cut.
On what day?
55.
Red chondro neonate, which is a baby chondro, or a yellow chondro neonate?
Red.
Ball python wise, pre-first shed meal or post-first shed meal?
Post.
Yay imports or boo imports?
Say that again.
Are we yes on imports or are we no on imports? Importation, animals to different countries and, you know, stuff coming into the United States.
I don't need that.
All right. Yay sports or boo sports?
Boo.
To spray or mist a ball python or to never spray and mist a ball python?
I don't spray.
Wow, dude.
There's water in there.
You're in Cali, buddy. You're not a sprayer, dude. Fuck.
I just dumped the water ball.
I'm actually, dude. Listen, I only spray because I have to spray because it's so dry down here. But if I could get away with not spraying, I would be okay with that. I feel like I kind of get jealous a little bit when I hear people who say don't spray and they have great sheds. It's okay. Big flexor or no flexor?
What do you mean?
Come on, bro. You know what I mean. You like to flex. You like to show your success sometimes, or you not like to show? Are you more humble?
Well, I like to keep my cards at bay. I don't show it. You know, I don't like to flash, man.
Excuse me, sir. Your pictures are amazing on Instagram. You're a flexer.
That says otherwise, my guy. Steak or fish?
Fish.
Yay alcohol or boo alcohol?
Yay.
Favorite alcohol beverage?
A Manhattan.
Nice. I've had a Manhattan in Manhattan, like when I was in New York 3 years ago. Wow, expensive as shit, but that was bomb as fuck. Van Halen or Sammy Hagar?
Van Halen.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, little word association. Say the first thing that come to mind. You ready? Milk.
Magnesia.
Stack.
What the fuck? Oh, bro, that's a funny one. Holy shit.
That was great. I was not ready for that. That was epic. Stuck shed.
Soak.
FedEx shipping.
Ship your reptiles.
Instagram trolls.
Boo.
Least favorite incomplete dominant.
Champagne.
Number one incomplete dominant.
Spot nose.
Last but not least, and then it's Emilio. First thing to come to mind. Coolest reptile network in the world.
Are you asking me?
What do you think of when you hear that? Yeah, what's the
Trap dog God, man.
Don't fucking scare me, buddy. At first I was like, why is he taking so long?
I was like,
I was like, what else could he fucking be thinking about? I'm confused right now. Anyways, all right, Milo, go ahead, do your thing.
All right, man. One's got to go. All right, no exceptions. Axanthic DG Clown or Special Pompeii?
Special Pompeii.
Wow.
Agreed. Hypo DG Clown or Hypo Axanthic DG?
The first one.
Hypo DG Clown.
Okay, but still, that's a little harder than the last one, in my opinion. All right.
I'm trying to be, the first thing that comes to my head. It might not be the right answer.
Yeah,
Don't let this guy it's your right answer, bro.
Don't let this guy bully you, Matt. You know what I mean?
All right, these are pretty cool here. Wookiee or Cypress?
Wookiee.
Wookiee's got to go?
No, Cypress, man.
Whoa.
Cypress got to go. Okay.
Cypress, that's a hard one. That's a real hard one.
I got you.
They're both really awesome.
Yeah. All right, Spot Nose or Orange Dream?
Orange Dream.
Wow.
That's a hard one too.
That's a hard one too. I mean, those are
Orange Dream is
you can't do high OD till I die, bro.
Yeah, Orange Dream stuff.
Is
crazy.
Beautiful.
All right. Monsoon or Sunset?
Sunset. Get the fuck out of here.
I had to ask.
Get out of here. Yeah, bye, Sunset. Hit the road, Jack.
I agree with that. All right. Axanthic or DG?
DG.
Has to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and you, we're on the same wavelength, bro. All right, man. That's all I got, bro.
I got one last one because this is for Emilio. Okay. Are these the same or are these not the same? Chocolate and Wookiee.
No, they're
you.
not the same.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, sir. Kind sir.
What I say is, look, guys, what I'm saying to you is this. I don't have super chocolate stuff or super Wookiee stuff. I'm going to tell you guys straight up. I don't care which one I get. That's how close they are. If not the same, they are so close. I don't care which one I get.
They're different. But anyways, dude, great fuck. Hey, honestly, after those hot seat questions, this was a stellar episode, my guy. Great show. I appreciate you so much, Matt.
It, man.
It was great to get to know you, bro. I really enjoyed this episode.
For sure.
Awesome.
And we really mean that. Like I have an episode like this, and I know you're coming back to Trap Talk for sure.
Oh yeah. It's genuine.
It's awesome time. And I will say we just had shy of 90 people tapped in at one point tonight. So what do you have to say to all the love and support you've gotten, Matt, and just really people just riding by your side and just really supporting you throughout this journey?
Thank you for all your support and love. I mean, it's heartfelt, it warms, it makes me feel good, just people I really don't even know giving me support and thinking highly of what I'm doing. It's like,
yep. And what feels even better is this is just the beginning, dude. Like this is like we're just starting, like, with what we're seeing here with you. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So for anyone to be on top of all your stuff, will you say Instagram's where you're most active? Like follow your IG page here. This is where to go.
Instagram's my go-to. I got Facebook, but I don't really get that much interaction on Facebook anymore.
I think Facebook is more for like personal research. Like, like you're just trying to get insights because you have people who refuse to post on Instagram and they just go to Facebook. So you almost don't have a choice. Like you got to have Facebook to have the insight on certain things. But
there's a lot of haters.
Oh God,
dude, man, they were like, "You cut your eggs, you freak," and I'm like,
and that's coming from somebody.
What I do with my eggs, man.
And that's coming from a bearded dragon owner who just has one reptile. You know what I mean? Like, no fucking clue what they're even talking about. But man, thank you so much again, guys. Do me a favor, go give him a follow, Matt from Brilliance, and can't wait for the next one. But give it up. It's a wrap from Matt, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Fred.
you, MJ.
Have a good night.
Appreciate it, man.
Peace out, Matt. Later, buddy.
Take care.
Whew, good episode, man. That felt good. Good comeback episode for having a little break. And I'm glad it was somebody solid like Matt.
Great comeback, bro. Great industry talk overall. The ball python industry, I loved it. I love these type of conversations. Just, makes it great.
Yeah, because it's like he's giving us stuff that it's putting us on game. You know what I mean? Listen, we're all here to help people, but at the end of the day, like, I love bringing somebody on who's teaching us something. You know what I mean? Or fucking giving us insight on certain things. And that's, there's all different levels in growth. But having this was refreshing, and it was awesome to see where his projects are heading, what his future plans are. Like, nothing but longevity, man. All I could ask for any guest I bring on is having a feeling of longevity when they're done. Like, all I want, and it's unfortunate, but it's not like that for everyone. But all I want after each episode is to go to Emilio and be like, dude, I can't wait to bring this person on in the next fucking couple years. You know what I mean? Because we want people to stay in this, but some people have their heads in certain clouds and certain fucking gutters where if they just go down that route, they're gone in 2-3 years. It's not this guy. I'll tell you that much.
Super knowledgeable, experienced. What's the word? Damn, I just lost it.
Passionate.
That guy's doing it, man. He's accomplished and very humble.
Yeah.
We're all, hey guys, we're all learning still, man. We're all evolving and adjusting to changing times, So,
and listen, times will be place where you have to adjust with them. You know what I mean? Like and that also leads you why it's hard to stay relevant sometimes in the ball python game, because people don't see that adjustment period and they're not ready for it. You know what I mean? But got to stay tapped in, man. You got to stay focused. And yeah, great episode overall, man. I appreciate you so much, Emilio. As always, cannot wait to have you back next Monday night. But go give him a follow right now. Villarino Reptiles. That's Villarino Reptiles on IG. Subscribe to a subscription, the Instagram group chat, Villarino, the V Unit family. And as always, glad to be back. Glad to have you here. But give it up for the homie Big E Top G. It's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Time out. Don't leave. Are you here?
Yeah.
Okay. Sundays. What do you think, bro? Can we give it up for the homegirl Krista, her new podcast under the Trap Talk Reptile Network, man?
Yes, sir.
This is for all
Krista,
the females out there. All you female reptile keepers and breeders. This is for you guys. Krista's about to bring the heat every Sunday. Sunday, 7 Pacific Standard Time. Not starting this week, but the next Sunday, it's going to go down. I just want to say salute to our V Unit / Trap Talk Patreon member. Happy for you, Chris, and I just want to share that with you.
Any ladies out there that are interested in coming on the trap with Krista, message her, let's talk about it.
She's already building quite the roster, man. She's not playing. She's already getting to work. So be ready, guys. It's going down. And I'm just, like I said, shout out to all the female keepers out there. They definitely need more
geckos, ball pythons, a bunch of different stuff, right?
It's all going down, man. Bioactive setups, everything. We're going to be really focusing on people who are just here for the pet trade or, pet side of things, which is important to, focus on. People just want to focus on keeping their animals happy and alive and not worrying about breeding so much. You know what I'm saying? So 7 days a week, baby. We locked that in. But anyways, give it up for the homie Big E Top G. It's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, dog. I appreciate you, Big E. Have a good night, man. See you next time. All right, guys. Thank you so much. What a great episode. Good to be back. Be ready because tomorrow, All on the Tree Tuesdays, going down with Bill Stiegel and Marshall Mendez as co-hosts. And we're bringing Garrick back, the House of Blues. We're going to be talking a lot about baby establishment for baby chondros. There's just so much to cover and a lot of questions when it comes to that. So be ready. 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, right here on the Trap Talk Reptile Network, the coolest reptile network in the world. Come join the Patreon family too. First link in the description below. Come support what I have going on. Get more behind the scenes. Patreon members, you guys are my heart. I'll catch you tomorrow night, and it's a wrap. Episode 512 in the books. Glad to be back, and I'm out.